ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। हमारे जितने भी दर्शकगण हैं सभी को ढेरों नमन। आज के इतवार का अपना जो सत्र है इसमें आज रविवार का एक स्पेशल सत्र है, विशेष सत्र है, जहाँ पे हम अकल्ट साइंसेस के बारे में बात करेंगे। अकल्ट साइंस क्या होती है, इसके विषय में विस्तृत जानकारी क्या है क्या नहीं है, मैं भी आप ही लोगों के साथ सीखूंगी। मुझे भी उतना ही ज्ञान है जो शायद किसी भी लेमैन को पता होगा। और ये जो हमारा सीरीज है ये बाइलिंगुअल होगा। It would be more English and Hindi also. So we will mix it up. In case there is a little bit of disconnect or something, we will go ahead and translate it from one language to the other. तो किस विषय पर हम करने वाले हैं और क्यों करने वाले हैं, बहुत ही सिंपल बात है। भारत पौराणिक काल से पुरातन शास्त्रों में बहुत ही विद्वत्तापूर्ण से उन्होंने भारत में जो ऋषि हैं मुनि हैं उन्होंने बहुत सारे रिसर्च शोध करके विभिन्न जो हमारे प्लैनेट्स हैं, प्लानिटरी पोजीशंस, उसके अंतराल से, उसके माध्यम से सारे जीव जंतु प्रकृति में कैसा प्रभाव पड़ता है वहाँ तक, और उसके आगे तक क्या दशा है, क्या फल स्वरूप है, उसकी क्या इंक्लिनेशंस हो सकती हैं, ऐसे बहुत सारे साइंटिफिक रिसर्च किए हुए हैं। और ये सब हजारों सैकड़ों वर्षों के इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के ऊपर बेस्ड रिसर्च आर्टिकल्स हैं। आज यदि हम कोई भी दवा के बारे में बात करते हैं या फिर कोई भी तथ्य के बारे में बात करते हैं, जब हम सैम्पलिंग साइज लेते हैं तो आज 10,000 सैम्पलिंग इज अ लाइक वेरी गुड सैम्पलिंग। यानी आपको तुरंत ही उसमें आपको जितने भी आपको प्रूफ्स, जितने भी आपको ट्रेडमार्क्स, जितने भी आपको पासेस मिलने चाहिए वो आपको तुरंत मिल जाते हैं। परंतु बहुत ही आश्चर्य की बात है और विडंबना की बात है कि हमारे भारत के जो पुरातन शास्त्रों के जो ये सैम्पल साइज हैं, जो ये एक्सपेरिमेंटेड वैल्यू है, उसको भारत में ही आज तक स्थान हम देते भी हैं तो उसको हम अंधविश्वास, अंधश्रद्धा ऐसे हम उसको रेलीगेट कर देते हैं। इन सारे मिथ्याओं को तोड़ने के लिए और अपने जीवन को सुचारू रूप से परिचालित करने के लिए आज हमारे बीच हैं श्री विक्रमादित्य महाराज जी, जो कि दक्षिण भारत से हैं, तमिलनाडु से उनका संबंध है, वो वहाँ से हैं और वे अपने शास्त्र का ज्ञान देंगे। अपनी शिक्षण स्तर से उन्होंने बैचलर ऑफ इंजीनियरिंग करी, उस पश्चात वे MBA भी करें। और लेकिन उनका जो रुझान रहा है सदैव से वो शास्त्र, फिर हमारे जितने भी एस्ट्रोलॉजी, इस विषय पर रहा है। तो अविलंब ही और भी बिना समय और गवाए आज हम तुरंत आरंभ करेंगे। विक्रम जी नमस्कार, वंदे मातरम, जय राष्ट्र जी। So Vikram ji, welcome to our show. This is your show also because we will like to have this series started and we will want to have this Sunday communication as a weekly affair. So this is your show, this is your channel, and I am just host here. I'm simply going to ask the questions which will be more from the audience's perspective. So at the very initial stage, I am going to ask for your forgiveness and take a pardon, so that just in case I ask you questions which sound quite layman, please understand that it's coming from.
No, I'm ready to explain. I'm ready to explain. So no need to feel any hesitation also.
Thank you so much. So Vikram ji, could you please give us a brief about this occult sciences, and the nakshatra phal that you do, and how much of scientific value it has? If you could just throw some light on that.
Okay. The thing is, when we talk about occult science, okay, I will talk more about astrology. Okay. I'll give a overall perspective about astrology. See, astrology has it is just an interpretation of the future based on the planetary positions and planetary interactions. Do you understand? So, in astrology, you need to know like four pillars are there. Okay, the first four pillars are the 12 zodiac signs. Okay, see, if I give you the definition of the zodiac signs, the sky is surrounding the entire Earth, right? In 360 degrees. These 360 degrees are divided into 12 different zodiac signs. And each zodiac sign, okay, since we just see sky as just as, vacuum, it's just a vacuum space, right? But based on the star patterns, okay, the constellations, we identify the 12 different zodiac signs. Okay, for example, behind me, if there is a tree, okay, you take you take that. Okay, let's say that that tree is a star pattern. Okay, so you can say that I am standing in front of this tree. So that tree becomes the reference point. In the same way, the zodiac signs, based on the star pattern, the constellation pattern, they are divided into 12 zodiac signs. And each zodiac signs is associated with certain attributes. Okay, like physical attributes, they also have mental attributes, certain mental characteristics. Okay, plus they are associated, each zodiac sign is associated with a certain type of a climate, I mean like a certain elements like the panchabhutas. Okay, for example, Mesh Rashi is a fire sign, and Rishabha Rashi is a earth sign, is a Prithvi Rashi. So these kind of attributes are associated with each zodiac signs. So this is the first pillar. The second pillar is the planets. So in Vedic astrology, we use nine planets. Okay, and those include one star, which is the sun. It is in scientifically, it's not a planet. Okay, it's a star, but still, it is a celestial body which can influence our destiny. Okay, so more than any other planet, sun is the most powerful because it is the biggest celestial body, okay, among the seven planets. And then comes the moon. Even though moon is not as big as other planets, moon is closest to the earth. Okay, you can see that. See, whenever certain planets come closer to earth, they don't cause any tides. They don't cause any shift in the tides, in the ocean tides. But when moon is becoming a full moon, or whether it's becoming a new moon, it can create tides in the ocean. And even for people who are lunatics, okay, mentally ill people, they become very uncontrollable during full moon and new moon. See, this is the effect of moon on the human psychology. And there is a concept called chandrashtama. So when moon is transiting the eighth house from your natal moon, okay. So whichever moon sign you are born in, for example, if you are born in Mesh Rashi, okay, and when you that means when you are born, the moon was in Mesh Rashi, okay. So when it moves 8 houses away to Vrishchik Rashi, so what happens is the people born in Mesh Rashi, they experience some mental disturbances. I won't say mental disturbances overall, but they experiences forgetfulness. They become a little bit short tempered. Okay, so same thing happens for all the 12 zodiac signs. Okay, people born in all the 12 moon signs. So this is the effect. This is the extent to which moon can influence our behavior. Okay, what happens is, sun is the biggest celestial body which influences. So that is called the Atma Karaka. and moon, it influences our behavior, human behavior. So it is called the manokaraka. Okay. Then comes the other five planets, which are Mercury, Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. Okay. Then apart from it, there is a Rahu and Ketu, which is not a real planet, but it can affect the human life to a great extent. More, in fact, more than Rahu. I mean, more than Sun and Moon. Okay. So Rahu and Ketu, they are not real planets. They are astronomically derived mathematical points. Okay. So those mathematical points, even though they are just nothing, I mean, if you go and check in the space, if you go and specifically check the place where Rahu and Ketu is, you won't find anything. But it, that particular astronomical points have extreme power. Okay. For example, if you're born with a moon or sun with close conjunction with Rahu or Ketu, you won't be able to come up in life early in early in life. I mean, like you will be a late bloomer, like a late uh, a late comer when it comes to success. So this is the effect of Rahu and Ketu. So these nine planets totally, they form the second pillar. The third pillar, those are the houses. For houses, you need to know about the lagna. So lagna is among this. Okay, I'll give an example. When sun rises in the east, so whichever zodiac sign sun is in, that also rises along with the sun. Okay, so when a child is born at sunrise, okay, that particular sign where sun is also rises in the east when the child is born, and that sign becomes a lagna. Okay, for example, when a child is born 2 hours after sunrise, for example, if the sunrise is at 6 o'clock and the child is born at 8 o'clock, what happens is by 6 to 8, the sun rises. Along with it, that particular sun's sign also rises. What happens then? At 8 o'clock, the next sign starts rising. So that next sign becomes the lagna. So lagna is the physical attribute of the body. I mean, physical attribute of the horoscope. So if you take the whichever sign becomes a lagna, that will determine what your appearance is, what kind of health you have, and that is taken as the first house. The next house to lagna is taken as the second house. Okay, I'll give you one more example. For example, right now, Sun is in Aries in the in the right now April 14 to May 15. What happens is when a child is born between 6 to 7, okay, that child is born when Aries is also rising along with the sun. So that child will be born as a Aries ascendant. That is a Mesha Lagna. Okay. So what happens is like each and every 12 zodiac signs, they keep rising in the eastern horizon. Okay, one by one. So by the time all the 12 zodiac signs rise in the east, it will be 24 hours. Okay. So what happens? 24 hours divided by 12 is equal to 2. So each zodiac sign takes 2 hours to rise. Do you understand? So each lagna time span is 2 hours. Okay. So for example, if a child is born after 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. or 11 a.m., so definitely if today sun is in Aries, okay, the Aries would have risen when the child is born, and the next sign, which is the Rishabh Rashi, that also would have risen. Okay, then the third Rashi would be rising when the child is born, which is the Mithun Rashi, and that Mithun Rashi becomes a Lagna. Okay, so Mithuna Lagna, usually it is a tall, slim kind of a person, whether it's a male or female. Okay, so the Lagna gives you the basic template for the physical structure. Now, you should take other planets into consideration. For example, if the Lagna contains Sun, the person will be much more thinner because Saturn is a very thin planet. On the other hand, if Jupiter is there in the Lagna, what happens? The person is born little bit fat. Okay, even though it is a Mithun Lagna, even though it is a slim sign and a tall sign, the person will be tall and little bit stout. So I'm just giving an example. Okay, so the house, each house has a certain characteristics. The first house is the overall body, physical structure, the health, and overall life. The second house is your wealth, family, and speech. Okay, and apart from it, there are other things also. Your value systems, your jewelry, and whatever. I mean, there are so many things. Like I can give you a 40 to 50 different kind of things. Okay, but by definition, it's called the in Tamil they say Vaku Kudumbam, like Dhanasthanam, Vakusthanam, Kudumbasthanam. Okay, Kudum means like family, and Dana means your wealth. And the third one is the brother. It is your younger brother, younger sister, and those things, and your neighbors, and your whatever interest you have, your hobbies, those kind of things will be shown in the third house. And your communication, the way you communicate with people, that's one. So that will be the third house, and the fourth house will be your mother. Okay, your mother, your house, your vehicle, your property, your happiness level. Okay, the fifth house will be your children. Then your fame, then your college education, and your investments, and so many things. I can give you another 30 to 40 different things, and your mantra sadhana, so many things are there. And the sixth house is your enemies, diseases, debt. Okay, and usually people say that sixth house is a very bad house, but it also has some few positive things also. If you learn astrology deeply, you will learn those things also. For example, your social service, what kind of daily routine work you do, especially in your job. What is your I can put it like this way, like it is your job profile, or job description. Okay, and you can also include pets, what kind of social service you do, that will be included in the sixth house. Okay, so the sixth house is not a very bad house. It's not 100% bad house. Okay, and the seventh house is a marriage relationship and all those things. And it also shows your business and business partners. So it generally shows your partnership. Okay, eighth house is your lifespan, and it also shows some negative things. For example, see, if, eighth house is it's a sort of a complicated house, because if your eighth house is strong, you will live long. If your eighth lord is strong, you will live long, but you will also face some problems in life. Okay, so you can say, put it this way: if your eighth house is if your eighth lord, the owner of the eighth house, it is in one house in eighth house, they will say what is that? Nitya Gandam Purnayu. Okay, Nitya Gandam means every day you will be facing troubles, but Purnayu means you have long life. So people who have long lives, they suffer a lot. You can take this, and it applies to, and it applies in practical terms also. Then the ninth house, and yeah, and the eighth house also includes accidents, humiliation. So many bad things are there, like getting cheated, imprisonment. So many things, bad things are there, but there are some good things also, like learning astrology, like going into insurance, taxation, those kind of things. Okay, it can also show things which you find out. I mean, those finding out the hidden things. When I say finding out hidden things, it can include mining. Okay, mining, petroleum drilling, coal mining, so many things, and minerals, everything. Same time,
So
it can also.
yes, so if it were to sum it up, I would just like to highlight one by one. The
Mm.
first house is stands for what? First house is for
Appearance, overall body, overall
physical
characteristics. Yes,
physical
physical body,
appearance.
health and physical appearance. Yes.
Yeah, physical appearance. And second house stands for
Second house stands for wealth and family.
wealth and family. family, because I'm just typing it out so that it stays back. Wealth and family. Uh, Third
So you
house
see,
stands for
third house stands for your hard work. It stands for your younger siblings and your neighbors. It can be included there, and your hobbies, the areas of interest.
hobbies. Okay. Then let's go for the fourth house.
Mother
One
house,
second. Mother house.
land, property, and then vehicle, happiness level.
Happiness level. Okay. Fifth house would stand for
Fifth stands for your intelligence, children, mainly children, your intelligence. It is also called the Purva Punya, how much good deeds you have done in your past. Okay, if it is uh, if the fifth house contains some bad planets, it means that you have done a lot of things. Okay,
okay. Children,
uh,
Punya, right? Fifth house.
Purva Punya and your intelligence and your fame.
Intelligence. Fame. Okay. Let's go on to sixth house.
Sixth house disease, shows the diseases. It's a Runa Roga Shatru Sthana. Runa,
Diseases.
debt, diseases,
Yeah.
Shatru, enemies, and routine, the daily routine of your life.
Life. Okay. Seventh house.
Seventh house stands for marriage or relationship. It also stands for business partnership.
Okay. Eighth house.
Eighth house stands for lifespan, oil sthana. Okay, oil sthana, and then you can also call it unexpected events, like death
Sorry.
and rebirth.
Lifespan and
Unexpected events,
unexpected.
sudden events. Like it can be good or bad. It can be an accident, or it can be a lottery. Hey, you can take it in both sense.
Okay.
Then you can also include the taxation insurance also.
That's okay. Ninth we have done. Okay.
Ninth
So let's
one
go on
is
to
the
ninth.
ninth one is the very important because that shows your luck. Okay,
Sorry.
Bhagyasthana. That's your luck, and it is also your Pitrusthana, which is your father and father side lineage.
So luck and father's
Father,
lineage.
and it also shows your higher education. Fifth house is your college education, and the ninth house is your higher education.
Father's lineage
Higher education,
and higher
and
education.
even long distance travel.
Long
The
distance.
ability to travel long distances. You can take
10th house.
10th house shows your status and what kind of status and image means it includes your job title. Okay, so actually they use this for
Status and image, and thereafter.
career. Okay, just but mainly it's for career. People use it for career, but yeah, apart from career, it's also for status. Okay, then 11th is for income profits.
Income profits.
And very close friends and elder sibling.
Okay, income profits. Young elder siblings.
Yes, and close friends. You write that?
It's gone. So 12th house.
Okay, 12th house is a house of loss.
House of
Okay, loss,
loss.
LOS, and
Because
it is it is also the loss means like you're losing yourself. Like it can also show moksha, salvation. Okay,
okay,
because house of loss means like it is the loss of the next house. For example, Lagna is you. Okay, 12th house shows your moksha means loss of yourself. Okay, You can take this way also. Like fourth house is your happiness. Okay.
Mm.
Third house is the loss of happiness, which is if you are running a planet which is in third house, you won't be happy most of the time because it is the 12th to 4th. I mean, loss of the happiness. Okay. I mean, you can apply it in each and every house.
All right. Since we are all talking about this, this is the first episode, and we are
Mm.
talking about these houses and nakshatras, and also the astrological chart. So I think the audiences would also want to know how this entire week will be, uh, based on their nakshatra or whatever basis you would want
Okay.
to take.
I will give the prediction
And
for each and. Yeah. Go
just
on.
that we would not have much time. I think we will have to wrap it up
Okay.
in another 20 minutes.
Okay. No problem. We can finish before that. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
First, I'll take the Mesh Rashi and the Mesh Lagna. Okay. If these people, if the Mesh Rashi and Mesh Lagna people are having, I'm getting some echo, I think. Okay, muted, right? Okay. The Mesh Rashi and the Mesh Lagna people, if they have a good dasha running, a benefic dasha or a very yoga karaka planet dasha running, they will have a good period for this entire week. Okay. But for those Mesh Lagna people and Mesh Rashi people who are having a bad time, these people will lose their sleep in the coming week. Okay. And especially in the first week, they'll be happy. Okay. First half of the week, they'll be happy. But in the second half, they will experience some little bit of stress. Do you understand? And then for Mesh Rashi and Mesh Lagna people, uh, they would have seen some, either they will be in conflict with the elder siblings or close friends, or uh, their elder siblings would be going through some kind of suffering, some kind of struggle right now. Okay, either they'll be fighting the elder siblings or elder siblings would be already suffering, and that will continue, although on a limited scale. The intensity will be less this week. Okay, so this is for one more thing. Yeah, forgot to uh, for this week. uh, Mesh Rashi and Mesh Lagna people, if they are having a good dasha, then nothing to worry about. But if they are running a bad dasha, which is a malefic dasha, or a dasha of a planet which is badly placed in Navamsha, those people have to be very careful with their spouses or with their lovers. Okay, because if they don't control their ego and if they don't control their anger, there's a high chance that they may break up this week. Okay, so depending on the dasha of the Mesh Rashi and Mesh Lagna, it will be they have to be careful. Okay, if it's a bad dasha, they have to be very careful. Then we can go to the Rishabh Rashi and Rishabh Lagna. Okay, these the Rishabh Rashi, Rishabh Lagna people, if they are running a good dasha, they will have a very good health. They'll be having a very good finances this week. Okay, and especially if they are doing business, they will have very good income also in this week. But if they are running some bad dasha, some malefic dasha, they have to be careful about their job, because uh, they already they might have been facing some kind of struggle in their career, and this week also it might continue, although on the slightly less intensity. And there is also chance of for some Rashi and Rishabh Lagna people, there is a chance that they might lose their job if provided if they are running a bad dasha. Okay, so this is for Rishabh Rashi and Rishabh Lagna. And then Mithun Rashi and Mithun Lagna people, if they are having a good dasha, nothing to worry about. Okay, their finances will be good. But if they are running a malefic dasha, and if they are running a malefic dasha of a planet which is badly placed in dasamsha, then there is a chance that they might lose a job. Okay, so they have to be careful, and for that they have to do remedy for Rahu, Sun, Mars, and Saturn. Okay, why I'm saying that, because they are hemming the 10th house. So that's the reason I'm telling this. And and they also have to be if they are running a bad dasha and running a dasha of a planet which is badly placed in Navamsha, they should be careful with their spouses or with their romantic partners, because for them breakup is possible. Okay, so this is, and one more thing.
Just one highlight I want to say to everybody, all the audiences, irrespective of whether you have a good dasha or bad dasha, please be good with your respective partner and your spouse, because at any given point in time, when you are good with your partner, your life is 90% good. If you're bad with a partner, it is certainly bad. So irrespective of whether you have a good dasha, bad dasha, whatever, this is the thumb rule. Okay, so
Yes.
yes, go ahead. Because
No,
both the
no, I've
Rashi
noticed it.
say the same. Yeah,
I
yeah.
have noticed this thing. Some people, they when they are having good times, they beat up their partners, they beat up their wives, or sometimes they beat up their husbands. But what happens? Whatever they do during the good dasha, it turns back. It boomerangs on them during the next bad dasha. It does. I've seen that in many cases.
Yeah. At
So
the
you
end of
need to
the
be careful.
karma takes over. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. And there will be a problem for father for the Mithun Rashi and Mithun Lagna people. Definitely, there will be personal problems, like they'll be having suffering because of enemies, or they will be having health problems. Okay, for that they have to do mass remedy, which is praying to Ganpati and Kartikeya. Okay, in the end we will also ask remedies from Kaushik also. Okay, then we have Kark Rashi and Kark Lagna. Okay, for them, if they are running a good dasha, first, I mean, the entire week will be very good because the position of moon is very good. But if they are running a bad dasha, the first week, for the first half of the week will be a little bit stressful. I won't say a little bit; it'll be very stressful. And the second half of the week, it'll be much better. Okay, you will feel more confident, and you will feel much better. And then your and the Karka Rashi, Karka Lagna people, they also should be careful about their mother's health. If they are running a bad dasha, their mother's health will be little bit affected in this week. Uh, and to confirm that, you have to check the Dwadasamsha, which is a D12 chart. That shows the situation of the parents. And next comes Simha Rashi, Simha Lagna. This is a little bit tricky because right now Sun is Lord of the Simha Rashi. It is exalted, but it is getting eclipsed by Rahu. It is getting closer to Rahu each and every day. So what happens is, usually the usual characteristics of Simha Rashi and Simha Lagna, these people, they are very confident people, and they like to be in the spotlight. Okay, and they like to be respected and recognized for their talents. Okay, and they don't like to work under work under other. I mean, they don't like to work under other people. So what happens is, this week they have to be very careful, because if they are running a good dasha, they will feel the urge to show off, more than necessary. They will try to they will have the urge to boast and exaggerate things. Okay, if it's a good dasha, they'll get away with it. But if they are running a bad dasha, they can be trapped by evil people who can trap them with just flattering them. They have to be very careful this week and next week also. Okay, after 2 weeks, you are a little bit safer. So this
So,
is for the Sim
Vikramji,
Russian.
we will have to be a little crisp. We are running short of time.
Okay. The
Okay.
next one is Kanya Rashi and Kanya Lagna. If they are running a good dasha, they'll have very good health, and they also have a very good wealth also in the coming week. They will have good income. But if they are running a bad dasha, they have to be very careful with their spouses, because for those Kanya Rashi and Kanya Lagna people who are running this bad dashas, they have a high chance of having problems with their spouses. Okay, and these people will also have stomach problems, like they will have digestive problems, definitely, and they also have to be very careful about the children's safety and health. Okay, if they are running a bad dasha, they have to keep an eye on the children this week. And next comes Tula Rashi, Tula Lagna. If they are running a good dasha, nothing to worry about. Whatever problem comes, they will easily get over it. But if they are running a bad dasha, okay, they will definitely get stomach ailments, digestive problems. Definitely, it will happen, and they will have problems with their mother also. Okay, they will have problems with mother's health. Okay, so this is one thing. And then next is Scorpio. Scorpio means Vrishchik Lagna and Vrishchik Rashi. These people's these people, if they are running a good dasha, nothing to worry about. They'll have good health, wealth, but they have to be careful about their mother's health and children's health also. Okay, so that will be a problematic time there, and and there will be some arguments with the spouse also, but nothing to worry too much about it. And then comes the Dhanush Rashi and Dhanush Lagna. If the dasha is good, nothing to worry about. Otherwise, there will be problem for the mother's health. Okay, and there will be fights within the house. So the Dhanush Rashi, Dhanush Lagna people, if you are running a bad dasha, do remedy for Shukra, like praying to Ganapati and Mahalakshmi. And then you have Makar Rashi and Makar Lagna. These people must be going through some tough time in the last few weeks. Okay, for these people, there will be some struggle in the family in the coming 2-3 weeks. I'll say like just 1 or 2 weeks. They So for that they have to pray to Ganpati and Kartikeya. Okay, and then comes Kumbha Rashi and Kumbha Lagna. Kumbha Rashi and Kumbha Lagna people, they must have been undergoing some kind of emotional disturbances, and the last 2-3 weeks they would have definitely they would have encountered it. Okay, so these people have to be very careful, especially when they are traveling. Okay, they have to be very careful on the road. Okay, because there's a high chance of a fire accident or a road accident. So that's one thing, and then they have to be careful about their finances also. And then finally, it is a mean Rashi and mean Lagna. If the Dasha is good, nothing to worry about. Yeah, there will be some expenses, some unwanted expenditure, but other than that, nothing to worry about. But if they are running a bad Dasha, then they have to be careful about, careful about their health, and they also have to be careful in their workspace also. Okay, so that's it for this week.
Great, great. Thank you. I hope all the Jatak Jatikas and have listened to it carefully.
What is
And
this
now,
feedback? Did it match you? Did it
sorry.
match any? Did
No, no, you have given very well. I mean, see, most of us people, this is the first day, so
Hmm.
we are simply starting. The next
Okay.
day, we will go ahead with further detailing and how
Yes.
and what to do. And just for everyone to know, every
Hmm.
day we are going to release one short video of Vikramaditya ji, and he will be giving daily Rashi Fal of everybody, nakshatra basically fal, and according to that you will be better prepared for the next day. This information that we are giving you is just so that we are better prepared, because now we know that acha, if I am in this dasha and if I'm of this particular nakshatra, or if this particular mm, Rashi, then this is what is going to happen. So, just in case it happens, also, I should be better prepared. I should not get rattled. Or such and such things might happen. So, let me just prepare well. Or let me just ensure that there should not be any exigency. Or if there is a good thing that's happening, let's just prepare so that we are all happy, and let us increase the happiness and spread the happiness. These are the manuals. Basically, these are the manuals so that we can make our lives better. Okay. I would now take in Guruji
Yes.
so that he can give us one remedy for this particular week as a mantra, which we can use, we can chant or whatever. Let's hear from him, and then we can use this as a powerful source of meditation for this week. So I'm adding Guruji here. Guru Namaskar, Shambho Mahadeva.
शंभो महादेव। कैसे हैं आप
So,
सब लोग?
yes.
एकदम
ऑल
अच्छे से।
राइट, ग्रेट। तो मैं आपको सिर्फ एक पैकेज देना चाहता हूँ, ठीक है? वो क्या है? एक मंत्र है, एक रिचुअल है, ऑलराइट, और दूसरा आपको कुछ भी कौन सा भी ये है, दशा चल रहा है या फिर कुछ भी हो, ठीक है? तो आप ये मंत्र नोट कीजिए। इसको हम षडाक्षर मंत्र बोलते हैं तमिलनाडु में, तमिलनाडु के सिद्ध मार्ग में जो कहते हैं। उसमें क्या है? ओम शिव शिव ओम। मैं दोबारा रिपीट करता हूं, ओम शिव शिव ओम, ठीक है? ये जब आपको मौका मिलता है ना, तब ये आप जाप करते रहें, या फिर यदि आपको 10 मिनट का टाइम भी लगता है ना, एक नोटबुक सेपरेटली रखिए और उस पे लिखते आइए ओम शिव शिव ओम, 10 बार भी ठीक है। और बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज मैं बोलने वाला हूँ, थोड़ा सा गौर से सुनिए। अगर आपके जिंदगी में कोई भी परेशानी हो, ठीक है, और आप चाहते हैं इससे छुटकारा पाए ना, तो एक ऐसा एक उपचार मैं बता रहा हूँ। कोई भी आपका नजदीक में कोई भी मंदिर हो, कोई भी मंदिर हो, ठीक है, वहां जाके आप एक शाम के वक्त एक दिया जला के आइए, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं करने का, ठीक है? और ये मंत्र आप जब भी आपको ये है समय है, जाप कर सकते हो या लिख सकते हो एक नोटबुक में। मैंने इसका परीक्षण किया है, इसीलिए मैं आपको दे रहा हूँ।
जी, बहुत
ये
बहुत
तुरंत
धन्यवाद। जी जी कहिए।
सिर्फ एक ही चीज कहना चाहता हूँ, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं है। ये तुरंत आपको माला माल कर देगा ये नहीं बताऊंगा, लेकिन जब ये काम करना शुरू करते हैं ना, तो इससे ज्यादा असरदार दूसरा कुछ नहीं है। तो दोबारा मैं मंत्र बताता हूँ, ओम शिव शिव ओम। थैंक यू।
बहुत
शंभो
बहुत
महादेव।
धन्यवाद शंभो महादेव। बहुत
शंभो
बहुत
महादेव।
धन्यवाद हमारे पैनलिस्ट को। हमारे जो इन हाउस एस्ट्रोलॉजर है, ऑफिशियल एस्ट्रोलॉजर हमारे श्री विक्रमादित्य जी, और आप सभी लोगों के प्रश्न हमें मिल गए थे। हम पुनः उसको देखेंगे, और आप लोग यदि चाहें तो हमारे इस ईमेल आईडी पर लिख के भेज दीजिए। ये वाला हमारा ईमेल आईडी है, तो आप हमें इस ईमेल आईडी पे अपने सारे डिटेल्स लिख कर भेज सकते हैं। डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में भी है। और यदि आपको यह एपिसोड पसंद आया, जो कि हमारा ये वीकली एपिसोड होने वाला है, तो आप कृपया हमारे इस चैनल को लाइक करें, शेयर करें, सब्सक्राइब करें, और यहाँ पे स्ट्रीम के ख़त्म हो जाने के बाद कमेंट्स अवश्य लिखें। और आपके जो भी डिटेल्स है उसमें भी आप लिख के रख सकते हैं। हम हमारे विक्रमादित्य जी भी उसको विजिट करेंगे और तुरंत ही आपको जो समाधान है वे आपको दे देंगे। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। साथ ही में आपको दिख रहा होगा नीचे पत्रम पुष्पम गौशाला निर्माण हेतु हमारा गौशाला निर्माण हो रहा है, और उसके लिए आपको जितना यथाशक्ति आप जो देना चाहते हैं, जैसा आप इसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करना चाहते हैं, पत्रम पुष्पम देना चाहते हैं, आपसे निवेदन है कि इस पुण्य काम में आप अवश्य ही अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन दें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। पुनः मिलेंगे इसी आश्वासन के साथ। पुनः आज इस सप्ताह के लिए जो मंत्र जाप है वो है ओम शिव शिव ओम। नमस्कार, हरे कृष्ण, शंभो महादेव, जय हिंदू राष्ट्र, भारत माता की जय। मिलते हैं पुनः। धन्यवाद।